Denver, the last dinosaur. Hello and welcome to Critical Questions, the Unfathomable quiz. I've trawled the internet for the best, worst, most interesting and ridiculous dumb questions I can find. And with any luck, my guests will be able to answer all of them. We are currently missing 2 guests, of which I hope one will be here shortly. I see in the chat that there is a drinking contest in the offing. I think Julie might die. It's not a contest.
No.
You're just
again, a drinking contest sounds amazing. I just need to find some alcohol.
Who has to say what to make them drink?
More.
You can do it every time I say the word I say that a lot, but that might actually give everyone alcohol poisoning now that I think about it.
Thank you all for coming to Dave's show.
Right, the other thing is oh crap, I've now gone out of my head completely. Linda pointed out that she needs to do a new introduction. If anyone wants to add their little advert to the start of my show, 20 seconds, no longer, send it to me. I'll include it. You're most welcome. Right,
and I would just say goes nowhere, does nothing.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. And Ricardo wants me to put some OnlyFans in there. Who's got an OnlyFans we can put in there?
Yeah. I got my OnlyFans video sorted. I'll send you the GIF.
We're not actually on yet?
Yes, we're on.
Oh, we are.
No one would pay to see me on OnlyFans, because I thought about it, like, no one would pay for it, so fuck that shit.
Try OnlyFans.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Try OnlyFans. No one's gonna do it. Fuck that shit.
You may be surprised, Sarah.
We shall see what happens. Right. What day is it?
I got the light for it and the camera mount, so why the fuck not?
There you go. Julie says strong disagree.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Julie knows how to open OnlyFans.
Hey, Julie, come on in. We need somebody naked.
Again, I am sad that I finally fall asleep after like 2 days of not sleeping, and I miss all the fun stuff. You guys need to stop doing interesting stuff when I'm not around. You need to wait until I'm here and then be interesting.
You two could just get together and DM.
Hey, I need some attention, so bring it on.
Right, should we do a question?
Oh, sure, if you insist.
Did you introduce us first, Dave?
Oh,
no.
Shit! Oh,
no. Don't even bother with introductions. Just go straight into it.
No. I have to do the introductions. It's just that. Oh crap! I can't do it now, can I? I can't do it. I can't change the things once I'm live.
Boy, this is really turning into a good show today. Hey?
It's turning into a great show. I know exactly what's going on. I'm never stay awake later than 8 o'clock. Right, today. Hello, who are you? We have got with us Math Pig.
Mike.
Seraphine Hyde.
Hi.
And Jenny.
Good afternoon.
Right, let's do a question.
Good evening.
Let's do a question.
And
no, that's it. three people. And we got Jeff.
That's not the name I've got on there, though, is it?
We've got Do the Funky Gibbon Dave.
Yep. Hashtag Do the Funky Gibbon.
Oh my god, that could actually be sung to the beat of "Do the Funky," play that funky music, white boy. That's great. I love it.
And we've also got somebody called Please Pull My Pigtails.
Somebody just.
I like that name.
Yeah, I believe we have a stall in the.
Oh no.
We do.
Ahoy!
I was wondering what that smell was.
Okay, Stool, this is the big time. You have to behave.
Stool always behaves when he's here.
I'm a good boy.
Why are you telling Stool to behave? He is a good boy. He is the goodest boy, aren't you, Stool?
Yes.
I just want to say we want to do more than 2 questions in this stream. Still, just say, okay.
I'm out of breath. That was not fair, Dave. You bouncy sod.
Wait, you're not at home?
I am at home, yeah, but like, come on.
Well, what are you doing that gets you out of breath?
Get here in 60 seconds, he says.
I'm well prepared. I'm well organised.
You can come in 60 seconds? Wow.
What did Julie just say? Ricardo, I may have come onto Math Pig's stream while drunk, got too hot, taken off my shirt. However, my camera doesn't look down that far, so no violations. She's not discussing what happened before she took her top off. Right.
Yeah, someone put the link to my show from last night in the chat. That was a lot of fun.
No. Link and timestamp, please.
It was a good show. It was fun. After at the end. Oh, I've got to show. Could everybody please put in the background a link? Oh crap! I cannot get a sentence out. This is why I've got the questions written down. Lone Wanderer. We'll put a link in the channel, and it's a link to a stream that she's running for 24 hours till Trump is kicked out. Could you please put it on in the background in mute to get her view time?
Can we have a link, Dave?
Yes, she's going to do it right now. I think that's the one Never Again just put in.
Who's this Trump they're talking about?
The drunk they're talking about. She wasn't that drunk. She was perfectly in control of her faculties. She was just hot.
That makes it... She is hot, that's true. I agree.
She's never going to talk to me again. Right.
How dare you, Dave?
My mother-in-law just DM'd me about a shirt on Junk Shop Library's Teespring. Does your mother-in-law know about Junk Shop's Teespring? Right. Okay. Yeah. The link is in the chat. We shall go. We shall do some questions, and we shall get back to normal and be calm. Right.
Questions.
Right.
Can I go now?
No. Question 1407.
How long have we been here? I thought it was 1.
Quarter of an hour. Question 1407. What is your least favourite fairground ride?
All of them.
All of them.
Oh no, the fair here, just no. I might die.
You don't like the waltzes?
The silly
No.
teacups.
The teacups?
No.
The octopus?
I like living. I don't want to die. Thank you very much.
The mad mouse, it used to be called. I don't know. The names change on these things.
What's it like? Is that a roller coaster?
It was a roller coaster that it had a really small wheelbase and the nose set out far from the wheelbase, and so it would feel like you're about to go off at the turns, and then suddenly it turns. I got ill on it. It's the one that taught me you're too old to go on these rides anymore.
Yandiri says the pirate ship ride scared me. Right, they had to stop a pirate ship ride to let me off. That's my. I have to say that if I have to pick shame for anything in my life, is how much I screamed to get off that ride. Apparently, I came off it green.
Those pirate ship things are not very good, though. Yeah, they're not very enjoyable.
Go on, Jeff. What's yours?
All of them.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
You don't like what's wrong with the waltzes? The waltzes are great.
No, Jeff agrees with me. He's right. It's all of them.
It's all of them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Roller coaster.
I used to enjoy the waltzer, but I learned something about 10 years ago, which put me off. It's don't go on a waltzer after consuming a lot of alcohol. It was. Let's just say the end result was not pleasant for anyone in the vicinity.
Was it not colourful?
It probably was after someone puked on it.
No, puke is usually just that kind of neutral.
It depends on what you
beige-
eat. It
beige
depends
kinda
on what you
color.
eat. But actually, at fairgrounds, everything's fried, so it's probably all the same color. So never mind.
Yeah.
Fair again. Nerdy says the teacups is just a crap ride, whatever your age.
Mm-hmm.
Ricardo says outside table at the restaurant with the best wine chart of the fairground. What? That's your least favourite.
Oh, the kitty carousel that doesn't get up past like 1, 2, 3 miles an hour.
Yeah. What's your favourite, Jenny? Or least? Are we on least favourite?
Well,
Yeah, we're doing least favorite.
The Mad Mouse.
I already answered my apologies. Never Again says, I don't remember, but it was the one where my brother tossed his cookies on. And that was the only reason I didn't like it. He just hit me.
The Mad Mouse sounds like a knockoff Disney ride. It's like we can't technically call it the Mickey Mouse or anything like that, but we can call it something else with mouse in it.
Yeah, but Mickey Mouse doesn't run around. Like,
He might. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
No, I don't think they were trying to emulate Mickey Mouse at all. I didn't see any like rip-off paintings and stuff that they do on all these carnies. It was just called the Mad Mouse.
Stool.
Hello.
What's your least favourite fairground ride? And have you been to Camelot?
I think I've been to Camelot. I don't know the names of these places because they're all shit, to be honest. I'm going with Jeff's answer on this one. They're all absolutely crap. But the crappiest
Still agrees with me too.
the crappiest has to be, I think it's called Nemesis. Where would that one be?
Alton Towers.
Fort Park, isn't it?
No, it's Alton Towers.
It's Alton Towers.
Nemesis is the only roller coaster I enjoy. Literally.
That one is just evil. It's
I
thought it was good.
How tall are you?
I think Alton Towers is shit.
I think Alton Towers is shit, but I like Nemesis.
Nemesis was good.
Right, and I think I had a theory on this, that it's to do with how long your legs are. Because on a normal roller coaster, my legs, I'm tall, so I don't feel at all safe on a normal roller coaster. But on Nemesis, with my legs dangling, I find it fine. I don't know, just a weird thing.
So you quite like the vampire ride at Chessington as well, then?
Never been to Chessington.
I can still
Vampires are
go on.
fun.
I can still go on those giant slides.
What, the death slides that go down at like?
No, I've never done one of those. But
Helter Skelter?
Hyde and I don't get along. But it's usually just this like big fiberglass slide that's maybe 50, 100 feet. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's up about 20, 30 feet in the air, and it just kind of bumps a couple of times on the way down. You just slide on your ass. I can cope with that.
Let's be honest. Helter Skelters are fucking shit.
But to be honest, some of them are very high. The ones at the seaside, I remember going on as a kid, felt like they were really high. You'd have to climb up forever and then slide down on a doormat.
Yeah.
Donophead says, the special rides the clowns do behind the tents where no one else can see. I mean, they are nice and colourful and all, but the smell. What exactly are you doing to clowns?
I don't want to know.
Randy says, a carny named Kate, she bites.
But fighting is fun.
Julie says, the haunted house, it's never scary. I am disappointed with that. Ricardo says, no misread the question, fuck. I'm completely lost by that. Real haunted houses are great. Nody says, thought Dave said wine shard. I'm completely lost with the chat.
Wine shard?
Just give up, Dave. Just give up.
I am.
I'm assuming that's whenever you get so drunk you shit yourself, is what I'm assuming.
Julie says, I like wooden roller coasters. Oh! No. Ox says, I worked for a carny for 20 years. All rides are death traps waiting to happen. Yes, they are. Julie said, there's a roller coaster at Kings Island called the Vampire. The Pipe Fitters Union has a day there every year. Just imagine 100 drunk pipe fitters on the Vampire.
The thing with me is, I'll just say this, you're way more likely to get me to do something that might be it's probably way more legitimately dangerous than going on a roller coaster. Like, I've zip wired off Bournemouth Pier. I've whitewater rafted in Peru. I've jumped off a bloody cliff.
Yeah, but the thing is, things that are more dangerous, they have to make more safe. Whereas roller coasters, they're maintained by idiots. They're built by smart people, but they're maintained by idiots. The level of safety required seems to be much
There's
less.
always a chance you could just fly off.
Didn't there a load of people who got fucking injured at Alton Towers a year or two ago?
Oh yeah,
fucked up. Yeah.
One thing that bothers me about those is the hardware that they use to assemble them. You can only tighten and retighten a bolt so many times before the threads start to fatigue and the main shaft begins to fatigue. It's
the rattle. That's just the rattle that makes it more realistic.
I mean, I dread the most. It's really weird. And the worst thing is, it's another one of those things I was fine as a kid. But as I got older, it got worse, and it's the log flume. And
I'll tell a lie. See, that's about the only sort of thing.
I used to enjoy them. Yeah, but now it's the tick, tick, tick as you go up.
What?
But as you just that tick, 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 my fucking heart just dies, and I get more and more scared. It's really weird.
I can always remember when I was like 7 years old going on the log flume ride at
over and over again.
Yeah, I remember log flume ride at Busch Gardens in Florida. I think the first one of them I ever went on.
Julie says that's the difference. Wooden roller coasters can't go upside down. Fair enough. Nerdy says I've been on Critical Questions, way more dangerous. Julie says someone has died on every roller coaster.
Oh, I don't know if that's true.
Of course, none of us have done any of the rides or attractions at the Ark Encounter yet. So,
I still want to go there. I don't know why.
I actually think it should be like a Critical Questions road trip one day.
Well, my brother went with his church, and I tried to convince them to let me go, but they wouldn't let me go because I'm not Christian.
Could you at that boat thing? Is there a ride like where you slide down Noah's penis?
See, why are there no? It's perfect to have slides off the side of that thing.
It would be, but that would make sense and be fun. And
death traps. I can't believe that nobody. Robbie,
What?
what's your answer?
The first answer: teacup.
Teacup. What? How do you not like teacups? How do you not like teacups?
Because as Nerdy pointed out, they're shit.
Did you like all the other fairground rides then?
Oh yeah, I love roller coasters, and I love going upside down and all over. But yeah, no.
Have you been on Oblivion?
What?
Have you been on Oblivion?
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of.
No,
Oblivion is horrific.
Been to
What's the one that
Blackburn.
goes through the little hole in the ground?
Oblivion! By the restaurants. You just cut just a hole in the ground straight down.
That's the fucker. I hate that fucker.
Yes, that one's fucking horrible. Nemesis is quite tame.
Yeah, I got mixed up there.
There was a good one in Blackpool that when we went, it was just 2 cages on either side. And these freely spun on the end of a stick. And it would spin and spin and spin, and these would spin. And when you were coming down, you were literally looking at the ground coming up at you. And then about 2 foot from it would hit you in the face with water and spin you back up again. That was quite
That sounds terrifying.
It was pretty good. The ground!
The ground.
I remember utterly refute. I mean, I was technically, like I said, when I went to Rockers Reunion a few years ago, I suppose I was way more at fucking risk riding a motorcycle from like London to Brighton in the first place.
Yes.
But I wasn't getting on any of those fucking things on Brighton Pier. Fuck right off.
You should go to Blackpool. You'll love it.
I'd sort of take my chances on the pier that burnt down.
Yeah. Right, next question. Question
Answer.
1408. If you could eradicate one hobby, what would it be and why?
My own hobby or anybody's?
Anybody's.
Appearing on. Oh, right. Well, my hobby. Okay, appearing on critical questions.
Well, that depends. Like some people, like, is a hobby, is it something like people enjoy doing like recreationally, or how are you defining a hobby?
It has to be recreationally.
like something like stamp collecting, that sort of thing.
Stamp collecting, yeah.
Yeah.
Casually playing squash could count.
Collecting furry outfits.
Collecting furry outfits, sure.
They pay a lot of money for art, so I'm not going to diss the furries.
I see the merits to squash
I
as
should
a
get back into
sport,
doing
but
that shit. They pay good.
I see the merits of squash as a sport and exercise and whatever, but it does seem to be exclusively played by wankers, from what I can tell.
There's a sport called squash.
Okay. So just out of interest, you can, when we're talking about banning something here, you can ban it as a hobby, but keep it as something else. For example, we can ban football as a spectator sport, but we can keep it as a sport.
Can we?
See, I don't think
American football or like football.
Actual.
No, he means proper football.
Okay. I figured if someone wanted to ban football, you guys would just ban American football because it's American football.
That would be the boring cowards game, right?
Brainbug says collecting bugs.
It's the physical sport that we, it's the physical sport that we don't have to wear a lot of pansy padding for, because
yes,
rugby players would eat the fucking NFL players alive.
But Aussie rules would eat both of them.
That's not that. That actually doesn't appear to be that rough.
That would actually make the game interesting, though. I would watch that. Fuck that. Yes.
Junk Shop said armed patriotic gatherings. Definitely just recreational. You're right.
Is that really sorry. Is that really a hobby, though?
I mean, it could be considered a hobby. They enjoy it.
Recreational pastime. Harmonica Man says golf. And Nerdy says, I think I'd eradicate hobby golfers. The problem is that would mean that Trump would have spent a lot more time doing something else.
Watching TV.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if Trump wasn't playing golf all the time, he'd have done a lot of stuff worse for the nation when he was president.
This is what worries me. Oh, crap. Right. Ox says one hobby, playing with trolls online. Why? Because it gets boring after a few hours. Yeah, but you can get a good few hours of fun out of it first.
You really can, yeah.
But there aren't any good trolls anymore. I miss fun trolls. I haven't met a fun troll in forever. I miss them.
Do you actually think years go back, the one thing that Trump is actually going to have achieved in his presidency is to get his golf handicap down?
No.
I think he probably got worse.
I think he's put more and more weight on and got worse and worse. Because the people around him cheat for him. I mean, I think his handicap would have come down, but not because he got better.
I think I got a feeling whoever plays golf with him lets him win.
Well, they say it was an open that it was an open secret that he cheated.
See, maybe he's applying golf rules here. You see, because maybe he thinks because in golf, you get less points, you win the game. Maybe that's how he thinks election works.
But how would he cheat? I don't think he could find the hole, even if it. Never mind. Sorry, I know.
Your mind went somewhere else, didn't it?
It did. And I don't want to traumatize you guys. I'm sorry. I love you guys so much.
Mathpig says trolling for Jesus.
I doubt he'd even find the green, let alone the hole.
God, no,
if it's green, something's wrong.
He might.
Oh, God. Melania's green hole. Oh no.
He might end up in the rough, possibly.
How far are we into this? 3 questions now?
16 questions.
No. Today, 3 questions we've had.
2.
This is the second.
2.
We've had 2. I can still count that high.
And I'm the one who's behaving. Jeez, what does that say?
I'm
Brainbug
the
says
one who's not drinking today, so that's weird.
Brainbug says
Why
animal
would you stop
baiting.
drinking?
I think tea fucks me up more than a beer, to be honest.
The Rage says parlor. Is parlor a recreational activity? A hobby?
Yes. Well,
Fair
like people consider like Facebook to be a hobby, so why not? Parlor's totally a hobby.
Okay.
Mhm.
I suppose, yeah, all right, fair enough. I can go with that. Nerdy says recreational revolutions. What the fuck is a point in a revolution where you get in there and then do nothing and then leave? Right. Ginger Nation says people talking about their fucking rock collection. What sort of rock are we talking about?
And I did a stream about that, so fuck off.
Let's not get anyone give in to temptation on that one.
What sort of rocks are we talking about?
Crack rock.
Atheist Donna says we get rid of football.
Yeah, I seen that.
Thank you. Doorknob Head says social media. My closet and ankle chains miss me. And here he says puzzle games. I hate them. Ginger Nation says Candy Crush should be eradicated. And Julie says Trump cheats at everything. That doesn't surprise me. Now they're talking about his handicap. Harmonica Man says licking random people and saying cheese. Is that a hobby? That's a very specific hobby.
It could be.
You tell us, Dave, I see you doing that all the time.
No, I lick people. I've never said cheese. Never.
You haven't licked the right spot.
So if I cover myself in cheese, you won't lick me?
No.
Well, damn. What about chocolate?
Literally. No, chocolate's good. I can work with chocolate.
Okay.
I don't think
So I need
you
to buy
know
some chocolate.
how much I don't
And
like
go over
cheese. Ricardo says atheists. How is atheists a hobby or atheist?
No, you mentioned rocks. That's why.
Are rocks atheists?
Oh, don't do it.
How about can we eradicate like that argument as a hobby?
As a hobby.
It does seem to be
That
a
means
hobby
you
of
can't
people.
eradicate it from people that actually believe it. I'll
I
argue
will
it.
eradicate. I will
That's a
eradicate
hobby.
both. I will eradicate both sides of the argument as long as we don't have to have the fucking argument again.
Right, Math Pig.
Ah, but that didn't work.
What?
Nothing.
Look at distraction.
I don't know. Did I not come up with one at the start?
No.
Damn it. I should have been thinking about this then, shouldn't I?
Yes, you were preoccupied. Lone Wanderer says, I'd ban people from hobbies if they can't control their spending. Julie says the rocks are atheist argument.
Buying shoes.
Buying shoes isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle.
It's a hobby.
Is it really a hobby if you don't go broke doing it, though?
Yeah, you see. Jenny.
I would say the hobby of building the seven wonders models of the seven wonders of the world with toothpicks.
With what?
Toothpicks.
With toothpicks.
With toothpicks.
You can build it. So you can build it with anything else, just not toothpicks.
Matchsticks should be banned also. Yeah.
God damn.
Fair
But
enough.
see, if you build it with matchsticks, you can set it on fire, and that's fun.
Well, that's true, but I don't think people actually do that. It's something they
Oh,
spend
they-
years to build.
Some of them-
Do they?
I would. Fire's fun. Fuck. I'm totally not a pyromaniac, I promise.
Well, if you build like a model of Notre Dame Cathedral or something out of them, then if you set it on fire, it's going to be quite accurate.
Exactly. But then you have to ask people to donate money for you to rebuild it, and it'll be fun. You could just reenact history. It's
Junk
fun.
Shop Library says the Colossus of Rhodes built of condoms.
Interesting.
I want to know whether or not. I have questions.
Are they used condoms or
No,
non-used
they're not
condoms?
used
Are they in the box?
The question has to be as to whether or not they are blown up and tied, so that you can make a bigger structure out of them, or whether or not they're flat or. Jeff!
Are they flavored condoms so you can lick it?
Yes. Jeff!
I don't honestly know. I don't really want to take anyone's hobby away from them, really. So honestly, no. There's just a lot more. Okay, I will say maybe trolling, because that is a hobby to some people.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know any.
I'm not going to take anyone's hobby away, and then you take my late night hobby away.
Just out of interest, do you know any professional flat earthers?
Not personally, but they're out there.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they think they're professionals.
My point is aren't most of them hobbyists? Aren't most of them hobbyists?
Do they have to consider themselves professionals, or can it just be the fact that they're flat earthers that means it's banned?
Is grifting on stupidity now considered hobbies?
But lots of the flat earthers that
let's
believe.
Be honest, those are the two characteristics they fall into. There's the ones who believe this shit who are fucking stupid, and then there's the ones who don't believe these shit who are grifting. Nathan Oakley, Mark Sargent, I'm looking at you.
Why are they talking about cheese-flavoured condoms and then cheese-filled condoms?
I think they broke into your store, Dave.
There's no cheese in there.
No, they have Dave's search history. That's what it is.
Stool.
Hello.
Wide shot.
I think making model buzzes out of empty wine boxes.
Well,
I only know of one person that has that hobby.
Oh, Boris.
Never again says, I'm not a
that's
hobby.
the best answer you're getting.
It is going to be the best answer I'm going to
Any
get.
question.
And he admits it's a hobby. Never again says, I'm not a hobbyist, I'm a skilled craft person. And I'll never let my secrets out. No, the best answer, it can't be that, it's football. Right.
Oh, John, I'm going to kill you.
Did anyone else just envision Dave hate fucking a cheese wheel? Right, what the fuck is a cheese wheel? And I can't imagine it.
The big round cheese wheels.
Like
Is it
Edam.
a soft cheese or is it a hard cheese? I'm just saying.
Well, soft cheese would hardly make a good wheel.
That's true.
You can drip
But if you try hard enough, it can be as you will.
Or if you put it on
But
the
no, I
radiator.
would not recommend if it's like hot cheese. Don't heat up the cheese first.
Just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit.
Well, just maybe a wee bit, but no molten cheese on the dick unless that's what you're into. Not to kink shame, but don't do it.
Junk Shop says, everyone DM Dave pictures of cheese wheels. Please don't DM me them. Feel free to tag me into them on Twitter.
That's a good idea for Dave's birthday next year. Everybody just DM pictures of cheese to Dave.
I won't remember that unless you have to remind me to do that. I
Oh,
have
right.
My birthday, I'll
remember to
have
do
you
that
know,
shit.
my birthday is on the 1st of January. You've got a whole year to wait.
No, well then we're going to start doing it next week.
All right, we need to pick a date for Dave's unbirthday and just do it then.
1st of February. We'll just move it to the 1st of February.
Yes, let's do that. I'm all for it.
Right. 1st of February, everybody has to DM pictures of cheese to Dave all day long.
And if you can find cheese spiders, double points.
The rage says, now that she told me not to put cheese on my junk, excuse me.
I think that was
I'm not going to stop you. It's your junk. You do with it what you want. I'm just saying, don't blame me if you hurt yourself.
Ricardo says, if we're going to go down that route, all things with sport is a quality. All hobby sports. Yeah. Junk Shop Library says, half birthday is the perfect day for what? I mean, never mind. Wait, what?
What are we going to call it? Dave Cheese Day? Cheese Dave Day? Cheese Dave Day. Yeah.
No, there doesn't need to be a Dave Cheese Day.
It can be Dangle Dave Cheese Day. It's fine.
It can be what?
Dangle
Dave
Dave Cheese Day.
I will not be dangling on that day. Anywhere
You
near
should.
cheese or otherwise.
You wear boxers. You're dangling all the time.
What makes you think I wear boxers?
You told
So
me.
Spooky says your unofficial birthday's tomorrow, so tomorrow we're sending you cheese.
Don't you remember the other day I asked you boxers or briefs and you said depends?
Yes, that's how you evade an answer. Right, next question.
Oh, yet suddenly moving on from the dangling Dave cheese day. Did you answer the question, Dave?
Yes, I answered the question.
Just making sure.
I don't have an answer, so don't bother asking me.
Oh!
I think he's just trying to avoid it now because we're talking too much about how he likes cheese.
Fine.
I'm going to send him pictures of my cheesy bummers.
Again,
What?
Dangle Dave Cheese Day, just saying.
Dangle Dave cheese day. It just sounds lovely.
I'll make sure to forward them on to you for verification that they really are cheese, because I wouldn't be able to tell.
Yeah, you can get
cheese
6.
filled in spiders.
You
Just
can
a
get
spitball
6
of
cheesy bummers for about £3.
Actually, the problem is I have this dying urge to say, what are cheesy bummers? But I don't want to find myself ever saying that phrase.
Wait until I DM you the pictures. my friend.
Don't ask this goddamn question, Dave.
Ask him, Dave. Ask him. Do it.
I have to get. We will. If people tag me on Twitter, I'll forward them all to Stool, and you can all see what everything is. And I hate you all. Right, next question. Question 1409. If you had the chance to trade one or both of your parents for new ones, would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Port Granny in the chat?
No.
Yeah, you'd say that anyway.
Do I get to pick
My parents were horrible. Fuck yeah.
Do I get to pick who I'm replacing them with?
No.
Oh.
Did
So I
nobody
could get-
see the 90s movie called The Mummy Market? No.
I probably did. I just don't remember that.
Yeah.
So you're saying that I could end up getting something worse than I have now?
Well, that was the whole point of the movie. They went and tried all these different mummies, and they ended up back with their original mummy.
So could I have like traded my real dad and actually had a dad when I was a kid?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that'll do then.
That'll do.
That's my answer.
Ricardo says no. Never again says, well, I did try, but no one adopted me. Junk Shop says no. I want to know what they're up to. But Brainbug says no. IQ says preconception. This is important. No. Well, you would still be the same person, but you could have been given birth to by someone else. Stool.
Well, that's a tricky one because you mean trade them now or
No.
sometime in the past?
Sometime in the past.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they're shit. So I'll just take anybody's. I'm not asked. I'm not fussy. Could I have Heather Locklear as my mum?
That'd be too weird. That would be far too weird. Because I have heard stories that you have told about what you will do to Heather Locklear, and that being your mother would be too weird.
Oh no, you got a thing for Heather Locklear? Really?
So, would this be about like with the porn place admitting that most of their step-parent porn, they're not actually step-parents or something?
Of
She
course they're
wants
not.
to touch my cheesy bummers.
Spooky says, Dave is my real dad. I would swap him for a wheel of cheese. Julie says, Julie says no. I mean, sometimes yes, but mostly no. Mr. Shadow Kitty says no. In spite of their many flaws, I love them. Never Again says, I decided about 5 years ago to actively keep all the good stuff they taught me and joke about the other stuff. It helps. It's not like we choose them. Harmonica Man says yes. Jenny. I keep throwing things on the floor.
You know, I'm 66 years old, and my mom died in 87. My dad died in 2011. And I'm in therapy, dealing with shit from 1959.
So you haven't even managed to get up to when you talked
And
to your mum.
I would not trade them.
No?
Because as bad as they were as parents, I know they love me.
Very good. Donna says, no, I love my parents even with all their faults. Julie says they don't choose us. No.
But if they would, they wouldn't have chosen me.
Oh, yeah, my parents wouldn't have chosen me either. They're like, fuck that now.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right. Next question. Question 1410. If a new medicine would cure arthritis but kill 1 out of 100 people who took it, would you want it to be legal? What about a vaccine that would kill 1 in 20 but keep the others from catching any virus?
Yeah.
It would kill 1 in 20?
Yes.
I'll take them both. We've got too many people. Let's get this stuff in our arms. Let's get the jabber going.
Atheist Donna says instantly kill. Yeah, we'll give them 3 days as a reaction.
Oh, according,
Go on.
well, according to dickhead Anthony Riley, the COVID vaccine kills people within like minutes. So,
Junk Shop says, "Fuck you and your trolley problem questions, Dave." Ricardo said, "Would not be acceptable for commercial release." I don't see why it wouldn't, as long as you have the proviso.
As long as it's listed on the side effects.
Side effects, yeah.
Death.
Almost every med I take has death listed on the side effects. Julie says, even if I'm the one that it kills, yes to both. And Donna says, still yes. Jeff.
1 in 20. 1 in 20 is a bit of a high ratio for my liking.
IQ says, if more than 1 in 20 die of a virus naturally anyway, why not? Do they?
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to encourage anti-vaxxers at all. So
yeah, do you know how much of a hate boner that would give anti-vaxxers? Oh my Jesus!
Yeah,
but at least then you can show them the actual stats of people dropping dead.
Yes, because statistics with anti-vaxxers.
Oh yeah, they'll totally.
They can go in with the 40 people to be vaccinated today and watch 2 of them die.
Yeah. Which means they'll actually have a fucking argument, and I don't think these people need to be fucking encouraging.
But in saying that it was that specific, they would probably go in with the 40 and none of them would die in the next.
No, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
One command says, "Do I get to choose who it kills?" No. It would be an unpredictable allergic reaction.
Would it be? Would everyone on the planet be required to take this?
No.
So it's not a mandatory vaccine.
What you're doing, Dave, right? What you're doing, Dave, is you're reducing the human population by about 5%. Then, yeah?
That's if everybody takes it.
But extending the life of everyone that survives.
Yes, but you're wiping out 5% of the world's population
if they choose to take it.
It's an unacceptable. It's an unacceptable ratio, as far as I'm concerned.
Even then, like that's the ratio, they wouldn't release the vaccine anyway.
How much longer do you live?
Yeah.
If it was that important that everybody in the world would take it, then I would say that the virus would be more deadly than 5% of the population.
No,
viruses are the one thing on the planet that is completely unpredictable, and could kill the entire population of the planet in days.
It's unlikely.
It's unlikely, but it is absolutely possible. It is absolutely possible. You look
Things
at every
that kill that
simulation.
fast normally burn out. You don't. It doesn't. They burn out too quick. You need to kill him weeks. That's why Ebola is so bad.
And we can go and say all the same percentage of possibilities that it could do that. So either way, it's the viruses are horrible things. And if we could drop the population of the planet by 5%, that'd be a good thing.
That's a good thing. That's the point I'm trying to make.
You see, I didn't see anyone turning this into.
I would actually kind of go for maybe 20%. But
yeah.
People trying to kill more.
That's why I disagree with Jeff. 5% is an accept. Is not an. It is 5% of the world's population would be a better thing if it was gone.
Boy, the fuck with vaccine. Just fucking cull 5% of the people.
No, that's different.
Then we can actually choose what fucking idiots we get rid of.
20%.
Would this calling be based on IQ, or how would you be basing it though? Like, how would you choose people that you want to get rid of?
It's a bloody immunization.
If you're obsessive compulsive, you're out.
We've just
Well, I'm gonna die then.
Well, I say that there's a few people that were in Washington a week or two ago. I was thinking, we could start with.
To start with. Right, Junk Shop says the FDA would only accept those side effects as acceptable risks if the affected population was exclusively comprised of disabled folks or people of colour. No, I think they'd accept it anyway. IQ said, what?
Has any of the UK people actually seen the fucking adverts for the medicine over in America? Like, it's insane. You have a 5-minute advert and a 10-minute, this is what it's going to do to nearly kill you, but you might live if it works.
And then ask your doctor.
Like they'll list like all the side effects, and sometimes the side effects are way worse than what you have. It's like, okay, I'd rather die.
The thing you got to remember about any drug advertisement, and I learned about all this shit when I was in the drug abuse and stuff field. They have to list every single instance of some kind of side effect when they're putting stuff in the PDR or.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. And most of them have nothing to do with the drug.
If it was 1 out of 15 million people, they still have to list it. So
it's meaningless. It makes it.
You got to look at that kind of information very carefully. And
oh yeah, like if one person has it, because I was like one of the small percentage of people that had seizures due to Paxil. So fun times. Woo and yay.
Right. IQ said seems a bit high, but think globally. It would only be needed for 1 generation and all diseases are eradicated. No, they wouldn't be. It would be needed continually because viruses would continue to come from animals.
Yes.
So it would still be 1 in 20. But the problem is I still think it would be. I think the population would increase by more than 5% if you were keeping people alive.
At the end of the day, you still need. We'd be near enough eradicated some diseases as a result, but we still need to actually take vaccines to keep them at that place. Once again.
Sorry, I'll shut up for now.
Well, I say, once again, as I was actually discussing earlier with someone, it's one of the reasons I have disdain for anti-vaxxers because we've got these fucking measles outbreaks when we shouldn't be fucking having measles outbreaks.
Well, see, I'm putting in 20%. It's
Go on, Sarah.
So the thing about that is, if you do it, you're going to give fuel to the people that are anti-vaxxers, and then when you're getting rid of like most of the population, you're going to have I think you're going to have a lot more of the people that are doing like that quiverful thing. The people like, oh, well, we need to have like 50 kids because the population's dying. We need to have more kids. So you're just going to add fuel to those fires. So you're just going to like make more problems for different things.
That poor woman after 50 kids.
Silent Green is people.
Well, I'm exaggerating, but like there's like a woman from my hometown. They have like 16 kids because they're part of the Quiverful movement. And there's like the 18 kids in counting.
This is one of those things, right, where they know that religion spreads by population growth.
Yeah.
Right. Ginger Nation says, if anything, let all of us gingers take it first, so that way they can adjust everything to the point where it's less than 1 in 20 people, because gingers can never die. Okay. I'm completely lost. Viral at latest. We're just joking, whomever's listening. No, we're not. Cake or death.
That was actually during the genocide if that was typed. That was
It would be a good thing if we could ensure that in the 20% there were no gingers and there were no blue-eyed people.
I'm up for that.
Because we're dying off.
You're a ginger and blue eyes. Fuck off.
Julie says, well, fuck, if I'm being honest, no, too dangerous. Never again says,
if you have blue eyes and ginger...
Yeah, then you have to get rid of them. You're too special.
No,
I'm probably attracted to you if you have red hair and blue
stop
eyes.
it. Let me finish. You are put into a compulsory breeding program.
Robbie! You're about to get tied up.
Death by Snoo.
What happened? What? I looked at the fucking chat. Julie, there was. I was looking at the chat with Julie's comment.
You've been sentenced to death by Snoo.
We're going to charge women for you to impregnate them. You're going to be expected to have sex dozens of times a day.
Right.
That's it.
No, that would be effective. The sperm count goes down so low, it wouldn't be worth it.
I thought there was a problem.
Right.
Not 17%. That's the chances of having her eye color with her hair color.
Cardi says, can mass sterilization be another side effect? That'd be interesting. I might put that in another question. Right. I think we're going to skip it. But no. Stool, would you do it?
I was thinking about something else then.
You've been quiet for a while.
I was just thinking about how my mind was on a different place altogether.
Always is.
I was just thinking, I don't think we should give. I'm worried about the gingers, and I've never said that before. I think we should let the gingers live.
You think we should let the gingers live? You think we're not letting them live now?
Boy, he's gone.
You heard it here first. Stool, don't kill the gingers.
No, well, it's who you gonna have to look? If all the gingers are gone, who's still gonna have to look down on?
No, I'm going to be out protesting tomorrow with my little sign, my placard saying, "Save the gingers." I've decided I'm turning over a new leaf. Save the gingers.
No,
I forgot the question. What was the question?
What's the question?
Save the gingers. Let the gingers live.
I don't know.
I'd pay to see that.
If there was, I'll give you the short. What?
At least he remembered this time to go to work. I remember a couple of weeks ago he forgot to go to work because he was watching the show.
The quick answer to the question is: if you had a vaccine that would kill 1 in 20. But
I answered this. I answered this ages ago.
You said yes.
I said, yeah, go for it because I don't like people. So let's just jabber in the arm.
Jabber.
Or whatever our new saying is over here in UK, whatever it is, I forget.
Stabby, stab.
Stabby, stab. Yeah, that's it.
Sarah?
Yeah, fuck them.
You still against, Jeff?
I'm still against this, yeah.
Jenny?
All for it.
You were going to kill more, weren't you? With Robbie. The both of you out there vaccinating.
I would like the number to be a bit higher, but...
I mean, I'm all for killing people. Totally not a fire. I'm totally not a pyromaniac. However,
probably not.
My thing is...
Probably not.
My thing is it would... Yeah, like, that's totally not me admitting, like, to anything, obviously. For
Sarah,
not the gingers.
Phrasing.
Phrasing, yes. I mean, I do scream heat death a lot, so why the fuck not? But my thing is about it, you know, adding fuel to the fire of, like, anti-vaxxers and the quiverful movement, and just, no, not worth it.
Right, next question.
Yay!
Question 1411. Would you like to have a high-definition nude image of yourself in your physical prime? If not, do you think that you might someday wish you could have one?
I have too many on my phone.
You're assuming you're in your physical prime, aren't you?
No, I was probably in my physical prime about 32. I could do with losing a wee bit of weight, but I'm close.
So your yes is the answer to your question.
Aye, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that. Sarah?
When I was in my physical prime, it would have been illegal.
Well,
but if you pay enough, but if you pay me enough, I'll send you one now. So bring it on. I mean, it won't be high def. I don't think my phone does that, but I'll send you one if you pay me.
OnlyFans.
Exactly. See.
Never Again says, I really hope I didn't throw them away. I know I removed them from my computer. Ginger Nation says, I still have the gif of Math Pig's Mankini fail. I don't know why you're implying that was a fail.
There was no fail.
Julie says, Julie repeats, no, I have great sex skills, but I hate my body. Not that came up yesterday.
No, didn't come up at all last night. Someone again, please post a link.
Stool.
I define prime.
Based on what you said, what you think. When you were a strapping 20-year-old out there shagging your way through the heart of Blackpool.
When I was a lumberjack.
Yeah.
No, I just like a picture of my hair.
Your hair. You miss your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can get that fixed. You can get transplants.
So does that mean that your prime was when you had hair?
I'm not answering that. What are you leading? Where are you leading me with this one? I don't trust you.
Yandiri says
no. Trust me. I'm sweet and innocent.
You just said you wanted to kill people.
You want them
not all of them.
Burn with me. Yandiri says no, my body sucks. Atheist Donna says I have many. Ricardo says I have, although at the time they were only like 4 megapixel sensors. You had
the war of the megapixels.
My first digital camera had less than 1 million. Sandy says, "Oh, that brought back good memories. Lol, my 20s." Are you looking at pictures, Jeff?
No, absolutely not. I would not want to see that. Even in my physical prime, I was not much to look at. I've never taken a nude of myself ever, and I have no intention of ever doing so. So no.
In other words, we have to make you unconscious if we're going to do it.
I actually just realized if you have seen that picture, although my beard doesn't look so good. Do you remember the one?
Yeah.
There you go.
You're not naked in it.
I'm not naked in it. I have a football sock on.
just reiterating to everyone else that you don't send me naked pictures. Harmonica Man said, "Yep, but it would be depressing to see now." Shadow Kitty says, "As a former regular at a local nude beach, I'm sure there are many nude pics of me floating around." Ginger Nation says, "I've never been in my prime." You're 20. Damn, you're 17. Good. You've got years to be in your physical prime.
I want to protest. Ginger has taken my answer. Can we evict him, please?
Can we evict him? Sure. What have I got? Judy says, "The thinnest I've ever been was a size 10. Size 10 is like dead thin, isn't it? I was nearly starving myself. I was really fucking hot, though. This is what you need to eat. I haven't been skinny since puberty. Why are you saying it there?
Because you were talking. I didn't want to talk over you.
Oh, you're so polite.
And this is not relevant to the conversation that we're having. This was relevant to the chat conversation. So, nah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm sticking out my tongue, but you can't see it because I'm not on camera. No one wants to. Well, fuck that.
Jenny.
Well, like I said, Ginger, the thief spoke first.
So you have to come up with something else.
I have never had a physical prime. When I was the closest to having a physical prime, I hated my body, and then by the time I liked those parts of my body that I hated, I was so far from a physical prime that I never want to look. So life is fucked. Then you die.
Fair enough. The chat seemed iffy on it. Actually, I suppose it depended on how good you. Actually, I wouldn't mind one. When I was young, I could walk. But right. Next question. Oh, we have. Right.
I do miss snow skiing though. I wish I was still in good enough shape to do downhill skiing like I used to.
How is that relevant to a photo of you?
I could probably
Because I'd be happy
go
to do it
downhill,
naked.
but not skiing.
Would you do it naked now?
Nope.
Would you do it now?
Nope. No, breaking things can be fatal at my age.
That is a very interesting hobby.
But if you're going to have 2 canes, they may as well be snow sticks.
He has a point.
If they had body airbags that you could wear when you're skiing, I think I'd
Yeah,
go for that.
because if you're doing that with the 2 canes, even after like you break a hip or something, you have 2 canes to use, so you'll be fine.
Do you know how much I enjoy rollerblading? I sit here and I think, and I haven't rollerbladed in a couple of years. I sit here. Just wait. I sit here and I think, I really enjoyed it the last. And I go on, and it's so. Do you know how long I can do a rollerblade for now before I am in screaming pain?
A minute after you get the skates on?
But pretty much. You measure it in seconds.
I was going to say that putting on the skates probably hurts.
I can spend 10 minutes putting on the skates, and
the last season I was downhill skiing. I didn't fall once all year. I certainly wasn't a pro, but I was pretty damn good amateur. And I grew up in skiing at the time when freestyle skiing was just getting started. And so we were just beginning to learn how to do things like backflips and stuff on skis. And I used to do that shit. Yeah. Except in those days, we didn't have these short little stubby skis. We had 6.5 foot skis we're trying to do that on. And it's much more difficult.
I was one of the first people in the UK to get rollerblades.
Lies.
Sweet.
What? Not lies. Not lies.
Not at all. No, Dave's age. Yeah, that'd be about right.
Physical way for you to check that.
What? Then there is. I know who imported them. I literally know who imported them to sell them first. And that's not to say some people might not have brought them over from the States themselves. But I literally know who imported them into the UK and was selling them first.
Because when I was a kid, most people were still on the sort of traditional roller skates with not blades.
I'll explain later. Not on the stream.
It was off the back of a lorry. Go on.
No, it wasn't off the back of a lorry. Julie says, I tried to do push-ups yesterday and I was like Bill Murray in Stripes. What's
I
Bill
like
Murray
that
in
movie.
Stripes? I don't think I've seen
it. That's a good movie. That is a good movie.
Is it?
I want to watch that movie now. I think I'll watch that after the stream.
How is Bill Murray must have done something.
He was funny.
He seems to be the only actor that's survived the last 10 years.
Shh! Don't curse it. No.
Jinx him.
If he dies tomorrow, I'm blaming you. It's all your fault.
No, I'm not doing it. He's going to die. I think
you don't touch my Bill Murray and you don't touch my Betty White. Just no.
He'll have been up to no good, like every other actor seems to have been.
Oh, Betty White and Bill Murray. What a hot couple that would be, eh?
I'm sure there's someone out there that's going to spank into that. Just so you know.
She probably shouldn't rob the cradle that way.
Right, next question.
Yeah, Dave, why are you doing this at this time of night?
I had to shift it slightly later.
Question.
I'm getting there. Right. Question 1412. You found a time machine that took you back 600 years. All you have are... Oh, I can't read. I'm going to start again. You found a time machine that took you back 600 years. All you have are the clothes on your back. How do you tell people that you're from the future?
Are you saying I have the clothes that I have on my back right now?
Yes. You're screwed.
I'm fucked. So never mind. At least I'm wearing a shirt, just not pants. So
did speak Old English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got no pants? Prove it. No pics. It's not real.
Again, if you pay me enough, saying.
Then I'm in control of when I go back. So before I go back 600 years, I will look up some crazy fucking solar eclipse or something like that and predict it, and then they'll all worship me for being a god.
They'd just treat you like a silly god, though, like they did,
Yeah.
like the Ewoks did with C-3PO.
Yeah. Julie says you don't because they'll call you a witch and kill you. Nerdy says I'll tell them the plot from Star Wars and relay how Disney becomes canon.
See, they probably killed me because I'm not wearing pants, and bitches. Well, I'd have to wear a dress back then anyway, but I'm not wearing a dress either, so I'd be fucked. Not in the fun way.
I think you would. I don't know. I don't know. Jen.
Well, I'm wearing t-shirts and leggings and little half socks and my winter boots. I think they'd figure I'm not from the neighborhood.
But how would they figure that you're not some hoity-toity aristocrat from the next town over just wearing funny clothes?
Because nothing like this in the materials would have existed in their time.
Yeah, but they don't know. You get these strange people coming to town every now and again. Strange people coming to town were not odd.
Well, I would have had them killed.
She'd be like, off with their heads.
You can do that shit then.
Lone Wanderer says Jenny didn't say she was wearing panties or not.
Yes, and a bra, if you must know. and that alone would tell them I'm from a different time too.
Yes.
I am wearing a bra for some odd reason. I'm not wearing anything else but like a shirt, a bra, and nothing. I'm sorry. No one needs to hear that. Hi, people. I had coffee.
Your camera's broke, yeah?
No, my camera's not broke. Just no one wants to see that shit.
Ginger Nation says, I just dance naked and hit my vape and say I breathe fire. Badger says, I will travel back in time to kill Nerdy and dispose him as a false prophet and then set so firmly in societal tradition that Disney is wrong that it can never become such a big thing.
Badger, if you do that, people are going to think that Nerdy's a martyr and they're going to worship him anyway.
I've easily found the answer to this. So I've taken today's date, and I've just figured that I'll tell them on May the 26th of this year, Sultan Mehmet I of the Ottoman Empire will die.
They won't hear about that for years.
If I told them about that, like when I go back now, they'll be able to check that in a few months.
Is this a time machine that is like a DeLorean that we could like drive? Or is this a time machine?
No, you just get thrown back in time, basically.
See, but the problem about taking a vehicle back is lack of roads, lack of gas.
Oil has been around for a very long time.
Not for 600 years. It ain't been around that
Simple
long.
Simple distillation.
Not for gasoline.
I think you could drive. I think you could drive on whale oil.
You could probably run on alcohol. That's been around for a long, long time.
But no. As in your previous question when you wanted to take a fucking jet back with you. There's no vehicle going.
Yeah, but George Washington had jets.
No, he didn't.
Trump said he did.
He lied about it.
All right, so I wasn't listening, and all of a sudden I hear it's like George Washington had jets.
Yeah. And he was
George Washington had this lovely hot tub with jets.
Is this like where they're talking about the Civil War, where they're taking over airports and shit?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I'm sorry.
Right, Julie says they wouldn't understand my tattoos unless they were ancient Picts. Math Pig is stealing a scene from Mark Twain.
I have no idea what that meant.
No. Lone Wanderer says I would tell them facts about themselves no one else could know. How would you know them? Stool.
Hello. Only with the clothes on my back.
Yes.
I would think ahead, and I would wear a suit made from the finest kebab meat. And then once landing in said pastimes, I would say, come hither, taste my clothes. This is the future.
He just wants people to lick him. That's what it is.
in saying that, Dave, I was watching a thing the other day, and in this last 100 years, the human body is still evolving. There's a bone in our hand that is slightly different. There's a vein in our leg that's slightly different. We can cut ourselves open and show that to them. That would work too.
No, it wouldn't.
That would be the most metal way of doing it.
It's not. You're not different enough in 600 years that they would see a difference.
Just ruin his fun, Dave. Jesus.
There's new bones and new veins. Clearly, there's a difference.
You'd also die of an infection.
But also, how would you convince? Well, you have a time machine. Why not just bring the? Well,
no, you can't.
You
you're sent back.
No, they probably, Monty Python's taught us anything. They think we're a king, and we might be a king because we're not covered in shit.
I'd bring Jeff Goldblum back with me. That would certainly.
You can't bring Jeff Goldblum. You only have the clothes on your back. Where exactly on your person is Jeff Goldblum?
So all Danny's saying is that she's going to go find Jeff Goldblum, put him on, and then she's going to time travel. Now, are you going to be wearing something aside from Jeff Goldblum, or are you just wearing Jeff Goldblum?
Well, I'd get a harness of some sort,
That just says, I'll wear Jeff.
I would gladly wear Jeff Goldblum too, Badger. He is hot, even if he's old now. But, oh yes.
Or you could take him back. You could take him back for while he was the Fly too. That would be interesting.
How would that convince you from the future rather than a pair of freaks?
Him being the Fly is not my fetish. No. I'm into some weird shit, but not that weird.
Monica Man says, I wouldn't convince them of shit. I would just get some coins and head back to the present. You can't head back to the present.
It's a one-way trip.
So it's a one-way time machine. That's the most useless time machine ever.
No, I
wouldn't go into it. I don't want to hang out in the 1500s.
I'll stand by my original answer. It'd take you some time to convince them, but you'd have to predict a few events correctly.
Yeah.
I'd do a lot better. And to be honest, I'd probably do a lot fucking better at it than Nostradamus.
Wouldn't they just burn you as a witch?
And who the fuck would want to exist in 1500 Britain,
Nerdy says, I'd wear a suit made of history. Well, you'd be screwed, wouldn't you?
1400.
That'd be a sexy suit, Nerdy.
Get the dates right. Come on.
You and Sarah would end up in 1400 America.
1500.
Yeah.
Again, I'd die.
You guys would be responsible for bringing white people to America.
And wiping out an awful lot of the Indians.
Because you'll be there more than 70 years before Columbus.
Yeah, you'd have killed them all.
We'll at least have enough time to have sex with them before they die.
You're traveling back in time to rape Native people. Okay.
Literally.
Yeah.
Hey, if I'm gonna die because I'm not wearing pants, I may as well have some fun with it.
So,
may as well get some love.
So you're coming back. You're raping the natives, and with your diseases, you're causing genocide. You're the new.
I did not say I would rape them. It would be consensual. Thank you very much. I'm not into that.
Aha.
Yeah.
They would all die from whatever diseases I bring with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Raped and dead.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Nerdy says I'd wear a suit made of history books.
Yeah, you read that.
Yes. Did I?
Yeah.
Never Again says, if I know I'll go and I'll be stuck there, I'll bind my chest and wear the poorest clothes, carry gear on my bike to hike out in the woods and not bother people. I'll be the witch in the woods.
Yeah. That's a great one.
I'll take a lighter and a cell phone.
See, the thing is, Dave specified that it had to be the clothes on my back. Like, if I'm finding the time machine, that means I'm not in my room. That means I'm outside. So I'm wearing clothes if I'm outside.
The time machine appeared in your living room.
Yeah.
My roommate would probably steal it.
It's just a box, and when you touch the box, it's like a portkey in Harry Potter. You touch it, you're thrown back in time.
You're assuming that I'm like one of those people like, ooh, what's that? And touch stuff. No, no. I have a little bit more self-preservation than that.
You so don't.
Just a bit.
Yeah, we all know.
I said a little bit, not a lot.
This giant golden dildo appears.
You're talking about a culture that would be impressed with crew socks.
Giant?
Okay?
What?
See, I don't want a gold dildo. Crystal dildos are nice, but not gold dildos. Metal dildos, no.
I'm sorry.
Well, the body can retain gold. It's fairly inert metal.
It can retain gold. I just don't like the way they feel. I've used metal ones, just don't like them. I'm sorry, you guys are getting TMI. I'm so sorry.
The Anarchist Cookbook and my work clothes, says Santi. Tyrannical Spirit says, if I travelled back, I would go to the Wild West. You'd be way before the Wild West in this question. 600 years.
1421, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Making me do math.
If that's about the right time that in England we could go and save the king shortly.
Oh, goodness me.
Which king?
It was Cromwell, not the 1300s.
No.
You don't need to get on the tablet, cat.
It's the 1600s.
Oh, shit. I know our history well.
Again, you're making me do math. Fuck you.
Nerdy Rodent says, I'd take Badger's flag back in time and wave it around. The one that he keeps stabbing people with. Save Anne Boleyn, says Tyrannical Spirit. I thought that was 1600s. Right. I don't like that question.
Again, you're way too early there, my friends.
The Americans.
It's what I mean. You actually got to research some historical dates here for these plans to work.
Yes.
The Americans could teach the Native Americans gunpowder, and then when Christopher Columbus turns up, there's already cannons.
Yes.
That would make things very interesting.
It would. You can see that big ship over there. You set little fires to these things here, and that ship goes away. Right. Ooh, echo. Penultimate question.
What about
it? Better be a good one.
Question.
I'm kind of striking out today.
Question. 1413. Have you ever read someone else's diary, with or without their permission?
No, but I've had that fucking done with me. The bastards took it out of my bag in sixth form and passed it around all those good bunch of wankers.
Yes.
Does the time that our school made us keep journals and then made us swap journals and read them count?
They made you swap them?
Yes, they made us swap them so we could better understand each other.
Oh, what a bunch of bullshit.
It was fucking bullshit. Of course, I didn't care. Mine was all short stories. And my teacher's like, well, why didn't you write about your experience? Like, my life sucks. Why am I going to write about that? No, I'm writing about some stuff that's more interesting than my shitty life. But yeah, they made a swap journal. So does that count?
No. No, not really. Oh, I'm not sure. No, not really.
Oh, my school was shitty. I have some stories about
Did
my
they tell
school.
you ahead of time that they were going to make you swap them?
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Julie. I did it.
No, it was a surprise motherfuckers moment.
Yeah, that
Does
there
seem like a
should be
shitty
people
thing to
fired
do.
for that. That's just
Oh,
wrong.
my school did a lot of shitty stuff.
Never Again says, does Anne Frank count? No. Yuhan says, I've never been around someone with a diary that you know about. Julie says, yes, and I felt really shitty about it. Harmonica Man says, no. Bad Tempered Badger says, what kind of shitty school did Seraphim go to? Never Again says, well, no. Jeff!
Some kid called Adrian Mole.
That doesn't count either.
No, then no.
I read his diary too. It wasn't very secret. Ricardo says, a few, mostly from dead people, some notebooks from people in work. Does that count? Sorry, went pop.
Yes, it counts.
The dead people, no. The notebooks from people's work, yes. Nerdy says diary to people. Well, we can class it as their hidden live journals. I can't believe people still use live journal. Actually, I was quite surprised. So you need non-published diary? Yes, I mean non-published diary. I mean someone you know.
Yes.
Yes. Stool.
Oh, I get it now. Anne Frank. Oh, okay.
Is there that much of a delay in the
It's just, that's the Yorkshire. That's the,
somewhere else?
I'm living 600 years ago. It takes a while.
Yeah, Dave just sent him 600 years ago. It's all Dave's fault.
My answer to this is no, because it's naughty, and I'm a good boy.
Yeah.
Do you never read anyone? Okay, I'm going to be evil now. You never read your kids' diaries?
What kind of a bad parent would do that?
I love the way he hesitated.
Sorry, that took
Oh
too
no,
long
the
to
hesitation
answer.
and the pause is just the cogs turning, isn't it?
I assumed that the hesitation was, the whole 600 years thing again. There's a delay, remember?
What was he asking me?
Yes, I think he was asking you.
Oh,
Badger says,
I thought it was a general question. In that case, no, Dave, you bad person. I don't read other people's diaries, and I love the gingers.
I
Behave.
do love the gingers. Badger says, I don't read my own diary. Sarah tells Nerdy we're waiting on the fanfiction. No.
No, I'm waiting on the fanfiction.
Ricardo whistles to avoid being noticed. Ricardo?
What did you do?
Sandy says, yes, I did. Back when they're alive, I realised what I was reading too late. Julie says, I have journals dating back to me at 12 years old. Have you read them? Badger says, Stool is not a good boy. I've seen what he does to those pot noodles.
Oh,
Johan
they're
says,
pot noodles.
Johan says, where's my dance? $1.99. Thank you very much. The dance will be coming.
Badger, you're a knobber, and you're going to love my little tin of mackerel.
Oh, then lovely mackerel. When does the poll run out for your dance, Dave, or is it run out already?
It's run out already.
And did you win?
Define win.
Are we getting to see the dance?
Say again?
Are we seeing
Yes,
the dance?
apparently I'm going to do it, as well as Donna and Godless Sewing.
Oh,
So
three-way.
there's going to be three, yes.
It's going to be a threesome.
Ginger, I would be very happy with that threesome. Ginger Nation says, one of my friends read a journal of mine when I wrote a long story about the life of a pillow. Okay.
Dave,
Yes?
you have to say noodles correctly.
Noodles.
Yay!
What is a sassy pillow? I have no idea. Right, last question.
I didn't answer.
Did you not? Oh, my apologies, Jenny. Go on.
Yes, my mother's, but she was dead.
It doesn't
So-
count if she's dead.
Well, I wouldn't disrespect her by doing it while she's alive.
You can't do it behind her back when she's dead.
She doesn't know she's dead.
She doesn't know I'm reading her diary either.
Why am I
sorry, that
scared?
was the only time. That's it.
Why am I scared that math feeds link into Twitter?
Off with her head.
By the way, it was completely boring too.
This dead air while I'm Twitter loads.
Why? You see, because your computer and your internet's so slow. And for like the hacker, I was going to start calling you Zero Cool last night.
We have one of the worst places in the UK.
Per Zero Cool. Still gonna watch hackers.
Right, let's do the last question. Then I can go cry about my internet connection.
You made Dave sad.
You did.
How dare.
No. Dave's internet made Dave sad.
So does this mean that
rubbing
Dave's going to be
it.
crying when he does the dance now?
No, the dance is not going to
Okay.
get done until I have the correct costume.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a costume as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're going all out. I
Dungarees
love
with
it.
a big G
They're
and a
dressing up
shirt.
They're dressing up as the goodies.
I have never.
I
seen
mean,
that
it's a nice threesome. It's not the threesome that I would prefer to see or watch, but it's still a nice threesome.
I watched that the other day, and just the fact that it exists and they actually did that in your time in your country gives me serious doubts about whether or not you guys are going to survive till the next millennia. It's just I was just too weird.
Who has super chatted for $1.99, adding to the upgrade from dial-up fund. God, I wish it was on dial-up. We're on fucking DSL and it's for shit. To do the stream, I have to do it over Vodafone because that's how bad our ADSL is.
It's so funny.
Oh my! And I thought my internet was shitty.
So funny. Dave YouTube's via mobile.
Throw things at Matt.
I've had to do YouTube. I've had to do stuff by mobile because my internet sucks too. So
you don't produce.
I know your pain, Dave.
Oh, we got a last question or not?
Yes. Sorry. Question.
Sorry, it's just I have to jump off in a little bit. So
that's okay. I understand. Question.
Some of us have lives, you know.
No, just question. Question 1414. Would you rather have the ability to stretch like Elastigirl or have the strength of Mr. Incredible?
Do I have to look like Mr. Incredible?
No.
Well, then, yes, I'm taking the strength. Grr, like, for men.
Strength.
What? Strength? I thought you said drink.
Yep. Strength, that's it.
Sarah?
Huh? What?
Would you rather have the ability to stretch like Elastigirl or the strength of Mr. Incredible?
Oh, Elastigirl. That's going to be some kinky shit. Bring it on.
Well, every man in here is now thinking about extending that.
Uhan says strength. Stretching doesn't seem practical. Nerdy says stretch. I'm hoping all parts are stretchy. Julie says strength. I never want a man to be able to try and kill me again. Never Again says, who is Mr. Incredible? Just think of someone, a superhero who is incredibly strong.
Do I get the nice ass like Elastigirl too?
Well, you can basically stretch your body into whatever shape you want.
Oh, yes, even more so. I'm all for it. Bring it on.
Santi says, Elastigirl, I can make it fun.
See, Santi agrees with me.
Jenny.
Elastigirl, how could you not? I mean, there's too many opportunities to not pass up. It's like, wow.
Stool.
I too want to be the stretchy girl.
Ginger Nation says, I'd take stretch so I can slap people with my titties. Fair enough.
If you get better at the skill than Elastigirl was, would you be able to use it to change what you actually look like a chameleon and change into anybody?
No, I don't think so. I don't think you would have that sort of control of your face.
Oh, but that would make roleplay so much fun.
You'd have relative control of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Ricardo says strength would be a length only. Stretch would only be a length only thing. Could it be girth? It can be a girth thing. It's stretched in every direction.
Well, but the one, you do have to recognize Elastigirl always comes back to her original shape.
But is she just holding that shape?
No, because it springs back to that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's based solely on, or it's based loosely on Mr. Fantastic.
Yes.
Yes. So taking that as a stance, it naturally comes back.
It does.
Yeah. So
Harmonica Man says I'd take strength.
I kind of feel bad that I went straight to sex and everyone else is like taking it straight to violence. Does that make me weird?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
I was thinking about wrapping myself around poles and things.
That'd make pole dancing very interesting.
Yes, it would.
And
then there's the things, like, geez, there's horses and elephants and these other things that stretch would be very useful. And
yeah. Badger says, I think stretch. I want to knock out goons with my hips. Julie says, I think I need to talk to Mike. He wants to knock out goons with his hips.
I must have misheard, sorry.
What did you think? What did you think he said?
I'm not repeating that, fucker.
Julie says, I think I need to talk to my therapist about the attempted murder thing. It's weird. This is just occurring to me. Holy Hunter does Elastigirl's voice, and Holly Hunter can do whatever she wants. Fair enough. Ginger Nation says, though the strength thing would also be fun, so I could Something potatoes harder than a potato cannon. Ricardo says, stretch. Yeah, let's go stretch. Julie says, you're amazing, Seraphim.
Oh, thank you. You too, sweetie.
Mr. Shadowketty, I can finally understand the fascination my cats have for licking their own butts. You had to give me an image I don't want.
That's relevant to the question. Did I miss something?
No. Sarah said, I find it awesome that made Elastigirl talk mostly on one side because Holly does.
Well, you see, that's yeah, no.
Yeah, like there, someone like asked why she had that accent, and someone said, like, someone responded with the reason she has an accent is because Holly has this thing where she talks mostly from one side of her mouth, and they made Elastigirl do the same thing, so it fit the way that Holly talks. I thought that was pretty neat.
I'm still thinking about being able to service yourself. I'm sorry.
See, I wouldn't enjoy that. I'm sorry. I don't have any TMI. Look at distraction.
How do you know? Yeah. Uhan says strength people could launch the stretchy people like mega rugged bands. Surely the stretchy people could pretty much
all abilities to speak, Dave, aren't you?
I'm so tired. Never Again says I'll settle for having the strength and flexibility I used to have. That doesn't count. I think the elastic people could launch themselves.
I would. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun way to travel. Like, I'd save a lot of money on travel with that shit.
Right.
I may also hum the Spider-Man theme when doing it, though.
And if you just keep your foot tied down from where you left, you'd always have a quick return trip.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It would make walking when you get there to your holiday home very difficult, though.
But don't forget, you could just curl yourself in a ball and bounce along.
I was thinking 2 trees, walk backwards, bing, and then fly when I'm in the air, glide for a while.
Yeah, that's all doable. All canon.
Yeah, you hit the ground and just turn into a rubber ball and
bounce.
roll to a stop.
This elastic, but I don't know why you went with strength.
Me?
Yes.
Just so I can shout, for men!
Are you sticking with strength?
Fuck it, yeah, I'll be the weird one. Give me it.
No, Jeff went with...
I'd want to turn myself into the memory foam mattress for the Green Bay Packers.
What, you think they've only got one? For the whole team. Right. On that note, just say thank you to Jeff, to Jenny, to Robbie, to Stool, and to Seraphim. Before we run away, does anyone have anything to shield?
I don't know. Is there something happening in America tomorrow?
There is, and I will tell you about what I'm doing, and people can come along if they want. Right.
I hear we're doing this damn show again tomorrow, really early.
We are. Tomorrow morning, 12:30, we have got Julie, Jeff, Sandy, Sammy, and Jenny.
Is Sammy going to turn up?
I wanted to join, but apparently I'm not joining anymore.
No,
Fuck
you are
me.
Joining. I hadn't added you to the list. Yes, Sarah's coming as well. So I should put in the list, otherwise I won't send you a link. Right.
Spreadsheets filled.
I do. That's 12:30 UK, 7:30 EST, 6:30 with the weird place Jenny lives. Also in the afternoon, when they do the inauguration, I was gonna stream as well. If you want to come.
What time's that at for us, Dave?
I've no idea.
Oh fuck me! It better be after 5:30. I get home from work.
I think it's around about 4.
It starts at 4 o'clock, the TV coverage, and the actual thing is at 5 o'clock our time, normal time.
Oh, fuck that.
We're only covering it because we want to see if there's more fucking riots. Let's be honest.
So the point is, we will put on whatever new stream is interesting, and we will comment on it. So
I'm just gonna hide in my house and pray there's no civil war in my area.
I'm the boss tomorrow, and I'm bringing my laptop with me. That's what I'm doing.
You're bringing your laptop. Right. So hopefully it will be interesting. Hopefully there will not be riots.
Dave, I have a question.
Go on.
When are you having a stream with Badger?
I don't know.
You should do it soon. I want to hear both of your sexy voices. I'm just saying.
Soon. We're meant to be having a discussion about Brexit before that happens.
I mean, I would find it boring since I'm not from there, but I'd still enjoy your voices, so it's okay.
Right. On that note, I will say thank you very much to everyone for coming. Thank you to everyone in the chat. And we will see you very, very early tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I might have an interview with Donna on Monday if she doesn't sleep.
If she doesn't sleep. What, between now and Monday?
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.